Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to Throwbacks, where we talk all things cool and retro. And I know what you're thinking. Hey, this is the last Jedi figures. A, they're a million years old. B, they're not cool. And C, they're not retro. And you know what? You're right on every single account. But that doesn't change the fact that there's 365 days in the year, and we post new content every single day. So sometimes you gotta dig deep. And honestly, I've been wanting to go ahead and kind of finish up this Last Jedi quote-unquote collection. I have a shelf from, basically every single movie and things like that. And the reality is these things are cheap. They're sitting around. The shelf is a little empty because they just don't make a whole lot of sequel trilogy figures. So I figured, let's go ahead and pull the trigger. So that's what I did. I got good old Vice Admiral Holdo from Ollie's for the grand total of $8. And then I picked up Capt Phasma from Saturday Morning Toys up there in Georgia with some store credit. So really didn't hurt too bad at all. So there we are. Let's get into them. Let's talk a little bit of figures. Let's talk a little bit of Star Wars The Last Jedi. If you followed this channel at all and any time The Last Jedi was referenced, you heard a sigh, you heard a shrug, you heard just a downright sadness from myself and Uncle BJ. There's no movie that ever hurt, at least I speak for myself, I think I speak for Uncle BJ as well, has never hurt the heart, the soul, quite as much as The Last Jedi did. It was just a very rough thing. But let's check out Vice Admiral Holdo's weapon. Pretty nice weapon, actually. Nice little detail, not too flimsy. Sometimes on these little skinny pew-pews here, you can get a lot of rubbery, loose, bendy plastic. So nice to see on this one that is not the case. But checking out Vice Admiral Holdo here. It looks good. The hair is pretty cool. I do dig the hair, at least in action figure form. The hair in the movie was a little weird. Part of the thing with stuff like that is myself and Uncle BJ were both ex-military. Uncle BJ for 20 plus years, and myself for quite a bit less. I did 3 and change, and a purple hair in the military position as a vice admiral is just weird. So that's kind of our little thing there. And then other than that, the character itself was just not enjoyable for us. But the cloth get on here is, honestly, it's not very good. I don't like it. I mean, this little stitching right here is, it's like a jaw wop, cut. I mean, the folds up here just doesn't look good. The figure, the hard goods look good. I mean, this is nice. This little get up back here looks really good. But this just feels like a kind of a cheap cop out there. Undercarriage looks good. Surprised she shaves her legs. That's a whole nother thing there. But overall, for what it is, it's not a bad figure. The cloth goods there just kind of missed the mark for me personally. As does the actual character, but again, it is what it is. It's out there, it's done, and don't have to watch it anymore. Slightly less annoying character, Captain Phasma. So let's get her out of the package. And a lot of people say the Last Jedi lovers out there like, oh, you just didn't want to like it. You didn't want to like it. But my thought is, what Star Wars fan goes into a movie, goes into a show, not wanting to like it? I mean, that's awful. I mean, the Acolyte was just out, and you know what? I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it, and a lot of people hated it. But also, I can see why they did. I see some very valid reasoning on that, and I think there's tons of valid reasons why The Last Jedi is the most awful dog poo movie disaster ever created. But, hey, what can I say? Here is this little getup. I don't quite remember this weapon from the movie, but again, I've only seen it 2 and change. I know The Force Awakens I saw in theaters 11 times. Even Rise of Skywalker I saw, I believe, 7+ times in theater. Really enjoyed it. But I think I saw this once in theaters, came out of it, and was just bemused and said, oh no, that wasn't good. And I've never felt that way coming out of a Star Wars movie. And there's the First Order blaster there. Pretty good, pretty solid. It's kind of interesting. Maybe it's just me, but it feels like it almost hooks up. Am I just crazy? Am I seeing that? It looks like it hooks up there on the barrel. Maybe I'm just crazy. But yeah, I just remember coming out of the theater, and one of my buddies at the time, he did enjoy it. He came out and he was like, yeah, that was good. And I was like, that was bad. I didn't like it at all. So here's Captain Phasma. Actually a pretty cool looking figure. I do like it so far. Yeah, see the eye through there from Finn messing her up there. On the, what was they in, like the cargo hold or something. So pretty cool there. Good paint here. I wish they would have went ahead and did a change to the sculpt, since you went through the effort of doing the sculpt different here on her helmet. So why not do a little actual battle damage to her chest? But the silver looks good. The cape sits really nice on her. I do like that. All the extra gadgets and gadgets there. Obviously this is the place for pistol, but obviously that's not gonna work, so kind of an interesting thing to have there. Back of Captain Phasma looks like the back of Captain Phasma. So pretty cool. I do like this one, and this is kind of what led me to go ahead and decide to get Holdo. I said, you know what, if I'm gonna get Phasma and be one short on completing the not Power of the Force, oh my lord, the Last Jedi Black Series figures, I might as well just go ahead and grab Holdo and be done with it, and that's what we did here. But I do like this Captain Phasma. I think it's a nice figure. I think Captain Phasma was a cool looking figure. Definitely underutilized in both The Force Awakens and in The Last Jedi, but a cool character all the same. It's hard to find places for everybody every time, so I understand that. But that's gonna be it for Captain Phasma and Vice Admiral Holdo. But what do you think? Obviously, we all have our opinions on The Last Jedi, but I'd like to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. And while you're there, go ahead and hit us with a like. Go ahead and leave that comment. What are your thoughts on The Last Jedi? And you know what? Let's throw in there too, if you are so inclined, to what do you think about the lack of sequel figures? I think it's a little much. We're finally seeing a little bit of prequel action going on, but the varying levels between the original trilogy, which obviously should have more, I understand that, but it's pretty significant. It's got to be double what the sequel and prequel trilogy has combined. So leave that in the comment section down below as well. And again, hit that like button, and of course subscribe to the channel, as we do post new content every single day. But that's the last of this. That's the last of The Last Jedi. That's the last of this video. Thank you guys for hanging out, but it's time to throw one back. Until next time, for myself and Uncle BJ, we'll see ya.